Hey everybody from Comic Issues, I'm Anthony Silva along with
Andrew Klein.
And we just finished watching a special screener of Justice League Doom, the new DC animated movie coming out February 28th. And in typical DC animation fashion, it really looks amazing.
Wow. That's kind of my feeling on the animation for this. It's just wow. It kind of had that Young Justice look, which is what I really appreciated because it felt almost like, hey, this is what the Justice League's been doing while the Young Justice is doing their thing.
Yeah, you brought that up while we were watching it. It's very cool that the style is so similar that you could easily place one along with the other. Now, the story of Doom is actually a mixture of two other graphic novels, but essentially the main line of the movie is the League of Doom has made its return into the DC animated movies. They have snuck into Batman's Batcave, hacked his Bat computer, and Batman has contingency plans to subdue each of the members of the Justice League.
Yeah, you kind of find out how far Batman does go in this whole contingency plans kind of thing.
It's very cool. This essentially being the first time the Justice League has been compiled since the animated series.
Yeah.
And this is the Batman that we've seen in Under the Red Hood, Batman Year One. Mm-hmm. This is the Dark. This is the,
Assholic was a word I'd like to use.
Yeah. This is the Batman that does whatever needs to be done to take out villainy, to put it to an end. Whatever's got to be done, he'll do.
He'll do it.
Short of killing, of course.
Yeah, killing, no, but
that's the line that he won't
does
cross.
Everything else.
But with this information in the wrong hands, each member of the Justice League is up to their neck in trouble.
They're royally fucked, throughout the entire movie. So.
Which royally first starts out the movie with the Royal Flush Gang.
Ooh, I like that.
This movie is pretty much action-packed from beginning to end. Mm-hmm. Beginning with the Royal Flush Gang and ending in its climactic, bigger-than-life scale that only the Justice League can really save the day from. I think the choreography and action really looked super spot on the whole time.
Yeah, top notch. And what I really was appreciative towards was the actual Royal Flush Gang were back. I mean, they're from the Batman, Beyond series. They were in the Batman the Animated Series. They've always kind of been there.
They've poked around. They're always essentially that warm-up villain.
But they were done very well in this. I like the animation, I like the art style. But then they had another character who I was not anticipating seeing was Cyborg.
Cyborg makes his first appearance in any DC movie. And it's a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah. Because he had the Teen Titan look, but he's just a little bit more...
I mentioned that it's kind of Teen Titan Cyborg, grown up, a little more matured, but you can hear it
in his voice
and in his mannerisms.
Yeah.
That this is the, let's have some fun Cyborg. And a real fun character to watch as the movie kind of goes through. And... to maybe a little bit of spoiler, it becomes very important to the story itself. So you were real happy about the traditional looking Green Lantern costume.
Yes, I was. White gloves.
With our favorite Hal Jordan, Nathan Fillion. Voice casting that. The voice casting on that is really solid. You have all the classic big names. You have Kevin Conroy, Tim Daly. All of the names that essentially came from the series itself and all the iconic voices that you associate with the characters themselves. When you read the books, I always hear Tim Daly.
Oh, yeah, Kevin Conroy.
Those are just so ingrained from my childhood, growing up with cartoons, that there is no other voice for me.
Absolutely. And Nathan Fillion as Green Lantern, to me, I really enjoy.
He nails it. He really does have a good bravado for the character. That's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. So overall, definitely worth picking up. Justice League Doom is essentially everything that you wait for, in these kind of tri-monthly DC animated movies. They've yet to really disappoint. They've come close in a couple animated films.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't as good as others. But Justice League Doom, definitely worth picking up.
So where would you rank this in the overall DC movies?
After essentially one viewing, I would say this probably is solid in my top 5.
Definitely.
Maybe 4 or 5, though.
Yeah, I definitely say it's in my top 5. Not the very tippity top, but definitely top 5.
It was. It's definitely solid. February 28th. Go ahead, pick it up for Easter. Drop it in the basket.
Yeah.
Hide it behind the couch.
Hippity hop on over. No.
No, sure.
Yeah. All right. Let me go with that.
There's plenty of more logical ways to get to the store, but
hopping might be one way. I mean, you could segue, I guess.
Do what you got to do. So for Comic Issues Podcast, I'm Anthony Silva.
I'm Andrew Klein.
And we will see you next time.